Hello everybody, Graveless here, bringing you another tutorial video for Terra Invicta. This time, from discussions in the comments on my latest run, it's public support and how public support changes. So, via the power of console commands, I have preset the beginning of this public support in China so I can eventually demonstrate it. But let's go into what public support is and how it changes. Public support is how much of a nation supports your faction. When you run public campaign or get an event or a technology that adjusts public support, what you're doing is pulling certain amounts of those people towards your faction. And what this means is that they get pulled in a direction of your ideology along a grid. What grid, you ask? Well, this grid. This grid shows the alignment in Terra Invicta, from pro-alien to anti-alien, and from cynical to idealistic. These are the terms the game has. I'm not necessarily in agreement with everything, but this is what it is. And very important is 0-0, which is undecided. So, hopefully I'm able to be trusted by myself with overlays this time. We'll see. So, let's take this servant in China. Let's say we were playing Exodus, and we want to start doing public campaigns in this servant China. The line we draw from this it's the wrong color and the wrong thickness. I'm just going to use red for everything. The line drawn from the servants to Exodus passes directly through the academy. And I'm going to drop our overlay now and show you what this means. So, propaganda, escape council, 10. This is the value you get for one public campaign if my memory of the values of this is correct. So, the public campaign in China. What does that do? Well, we have taken sort of the servant support and moved it over to the academy. And this is where sometimes you might get disappointed about what your public campaign is doing. It's easier to take over nations from people who already mostly agree with you. Let's do it again. Second public campaign. Oh, we have a little sliver of support. This is because, actually, is it just moving 10%? It's probably just moving 10%, which is not the value of the public campaign. Never mind, ignore that for what's going on. The math is wrong for what I just said. I don't know the exact value that comes in from the console command. But as we can see, we went from 90% servants and 10% Academy to 80% servants, 19% Academy, 1% Exodus. Let's do it a third time. This is probably just a shift of 10. Yeah, same thing. So slowly but surely you build up your overall support. But that was one of the most simple and direct examples on this grid. Let's take a look at servants to humanity first, which is what's happening in my game. This is the worst public campaign. This is the worst campaigning to do. Because you're going to pull from the servants to the academy, and maybe a little bit of Exodus. Then you're going to pull the servants to undecided, then those two to undecided, then undecided to resistance, and then finally resistance to humanity first. Let's just watch this in action right now. 100 should give it all back to the servants, I think. Yep. Oh, not all. There's a little tiny sliver of academy there. Whatever. I don't know how this command works. So let's do to humanity first now. So as we can see, we pulled straight to the academy, same as Exodus. We have the academy and a little bit of Exodus now. You can't actually see this. I'm not sure you can see the pop-up. I cannot be trusted with overlays. I'm just going to move the overlay over because I realized that that works for what I'm showing you. We now have, Academy and Exodus. Still. Another hit. Oh, what is this? There might be a sliver of something else. I'm not sure. That might just be pixels. We're still going. Yes, and we have a little sliver of resistance finally. Bigger sliver of resistance. We can. Oh, we have a little red pixel now as this sliver gets larger and larger for Exodus and everything. So as you can see, taking over via public opinion a servant country as humanity first is very hard. Just because of how much we sheerly have to pull through. Let's do a simpler one to show a much more direct, though. Let's do propaganda, back to submit. Council 100, that should get us back. I don't know what these weights are. Close enough. Let's do... Do I remember the name of the protectorate? I don't think... I don't remember the exact name of the protectorate. One moment. Sorry, I'm just checking the wiki right now to see if I can find the internal name. Yes. Quote, name, placeholder. One moment. Let's, instead of doing servants, let's give everything to the initiative. Alright, so we're now so right now we are humanity first fighting against the initiative. I'm gonna redraw my line. Line tool, please line tool. So this is our direct direction. Some of this is probably going to pull to resistance, but a lot is we're probably going to be able to get some rather direct. So let's run 10. Yep, so we did get pulled to resistance and a little bit directly. Yep, still pull to the resistance, still pull the resistance. Okay. More went to the resistance than I expected, but that makes sense given ideological distance. So, as you can see by this, the only thing we can pull from as Humanity First is pulling from the resistance. This is the reason why Humanity First has the worst public support in the game. And like right now, you can see how often I'm clicking, and it's taking a long time to go up to 50-60%. And that's sort of it. Like, this is the basis for what you're looking at. And just to show more neutral, I think Initiative to Academy goes directly through neutral, so I'm going to show that one off once. Cooperate? I think that's Academy. Yep, so we go neutral, and then we start going into the Academy. And it still takes a while because we're pulling from neutral and then going back in. But that's the basic, easy way to think about it, is the more direct your line is between them, the more it's going to go to that. Humanity First can basically only pull directly from the resistance. The Initiative should be able to pull from Protectorate, Resistance, and Undecided. Exodus can pull from the Academy, Undecided, and the Resistance. The Academy can pull from the Servants. I don't know if they can pull from the Protectorate. That pulls from Undecided and Exodus. Resistance can pull from Humanity First, Undecided, Exodus, and the Initiative. The Resistance, I think, is the actual faction that has the easiest time doing anything like this. Like, back to exploit. Yep. And now let's just do Resist Council. Yeah, as you can see, we can directly pull from them, and it's really fast. Let's give it to Cooperate. I want to see if the Resistance pulls to neutral or pulls directly from the Academy. They probably pull to Exodus. Like, pulling to Exodus would make sense, but I want to check. Oh, no, looks like they pulled to neutral. Okay. Yep, so Resistance pulls from Academy to neutral. I suppose, let me just draw that line to check, so... Center to center... Okay, yeah, that does look close. That does look closer to neutral. No, that's right in between. I don't know. Some parts of this game are still arcane to me, but that's the TLDR about how manipulating public opinion works, and the reason why Humanity First has a real hard time doing it. Anyway, hope this video helps people out, and it was informative. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.